What up, homie warriors? So, were you guys shook by that intro? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Like I said, were you guys shook by that intro? I'm pretty sure you were. Yes, of course I would. Yes, of course I would break into my own room just to have a special entrance for, this. Okay? You know? Anyway. Hey, homie warriors, what is up? It's Joti. Back at it again with another video. Back at it again with another story time, aka story time episode once again. Okay? Alright. And today, bro, listen. Okay? Now, everybody, well, not really me, but basically, everybody has gone, you have gone through with your significant other, you have gone through it where, basically, you've been cheated on, not by a test, no, but in a relationship. Except you probably, or you might have, or if you have not, you probably never have it to the point where you notice that you had a sibling who had a boyfriend or girlfriend that cheated on them. And like I said, it's not anything that involves a test, because it isn't. But anyway, but this is going to be a story time about how my sister got stuck with her boyfriend, or basically her ex-boyfriend cheated on her. I don't know what to title this video. I don't want it to be clickbait, but whatnot. And it's gonna be real interesting because my sister usually watches my videos. So basically, listen, sis, if you're watching this, listen. You're probably gonna relate because this happened to you. Now, when I make story times, now let me just say this, okay? When I make story times about other people's situations, whatnot, it basically involves me. The only time I do that is when I'm involved in that situation, okay? That's literally the only time. So, yeah. But anyways, like I said, storytime episodes are usually times that are usually memorable or somewhat nostalgic. Basically, just memorable of moments that are memorable, whether it be from middle school, or in the now, high school, or in the future, which of course I'll never know. But like I said, storytime episode. As I consider this a storytime episode, is a memorable moment, which is basically the reason why it's called a storytime episode. But anyways, now that explanation's out of the way, let's get into it and not waste any time. All right, let's go. So, this was when I was I think 11. Yeah, 11, and we was at the church. Okay. So, we was at the church, and and that was at the I don't know. If you've seen my videos from my old account, just one that old account, basically, I basically vlogged there actually, with my sister, honestly, when we was going to the corner store. So that's the church we went to. We went to the church where it was in Glenwood, okay, which was a hood area, okay. So So we was at the church, everybody's, doing the choir. Then my dad, who's a preacher, he preaches. And then, of course, I was the offering where, I get up and get the basket and people put, money in. Okay? Okay. So, then after service, that was when me and my sister, we usually, got to see each other, you know, every single Sunday. And so, I think we did go to the corner store. We probably did. We probably went to the corner store. I think so. We went to the corner store, got some snacks and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And we're just talking, right? And, this, that, and the other. And, it's just the usual. It was the usual routine every single Sunday, right? Right. And blah, blah, blah. So, fast forward to, after, the school, after, me being at school and, talking with friends and, doing what we usually do, which is, videos and random segments and all that stuff. Okay. Next Sunday comes and we go to church again, as usual, because that's like our usual routine. And then, basically, this was different, alright? Nye, she introduces us to her boyfriend. Or to a guy, basically. So, of course, I'm like, oh, well, who's this? Me and my mom were like, oh, who's this? And she's like, oh, well, this is my boyfriend. Oh, we'll call him Mike. Okay, we'll call him Mike. Say, oh, Mike, this is my boyfriend, right? And let me tell you guys something. Introducing people that are considered your boyfriend or girlfriend to your parents or family members in general, that's like the most awkward situation ever. Okay, that's literally the most awkward situation ever. And the thing was like I kind of didn't really, trust the guy, because it's like I don't know. I just met him and I just didn't trust him. Like something in my gut just told me like, hey, I don't know if I trust you yet, right? So. So she introduces us to him, and and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I don't know, but yet again I try to be friendly, like, oh hey, what's up, blah blah, because I'm not, when I meet new people, it's like I just don't, okay, I just don't. But anyways, so then basically I'm just like, I don't know about this, I really don't know. And then I was like, oh, you just don't trust him, you just don't. And, and I guess they kind of assumed I was jealous, which was not really the case of this. Okay. Yeah. But, yeah, but then they're like, oh, just, she's like, oh, he's cool, he's not really like that. So, I'm like, you know what, fine, I'll just try to get to know me better, right? So, I got to know him any better, he seemed like a cool and chill guy, he seemed like a chill person and whatnot, whatever, right? And, I don't know. He seemed kind of cool. He seemed kind of cool with me a little bit, whatnot, when we was at the church, whatnot. Something like, hey, maybe we got on the wrong foot, and let's be cool, alright? He's like, okay. So, the two lovebirds, in quotation marks, they, go on the business, and they have a good time. Nye and her ex-boyfriend, well, now considered ex, but at the time, boyfriend, right? So I go back to school now, okay? And I'm telling my friends that apparently now my sister has a new boyfriend. Oh. Alright, not really that much to them. It's like I didn't really trust them yet, but it's cool. So Now we get into this, right? About like, I think days later, I will say, that is when my sister tells me that I think we was on going on vacation, I guess, that he cheated on her right in front of her. Well, not in front of her, but she catched him in the act. So here's what happened, right? So she told me and mom that he was cheating and that she caught him in the act. That's the overall all I remember. From what I remember from her story was that like she told me that, you know, he cheated on her and with this other girl who was unattracted by the way. Now listen, I know that I never seen the girl, so I can't really say that she's unattractive or not. But to me, in a non-existence, I can tell she might be unattractive. Cause she was literally, I don't know. Like, you know how some girls or some boys, they'll be like, you know, hoeing around, and which, you know, that's your business. You know, do what you do. If you want to hoe around and like suck and have sex and just, I don't know, do whatever to anybody, that's you. Which, I mean, you know, I mean, STDs are on the rise, but that's on you. Oh! Up. Up, the part of my do-rag fell. Ow! Let me put it back in. Okay. And listen, I know what y'all gonna say. You wanna make fun of girls because they're weaving their trash, but you're a do-rag folk. Shut up! Okay? Yeah. So. Oh my god. I'm looking back to look at this years later, like, what the anyway. So like I said, listen, it's your business, do what you do, but let me tell you something. Let me say this. If you're gonna hoe around and know that that guy is in a relationship with somebody, but yet you still want to take him, that's the problem. That's the real problem. But yet again, it's like two sides of it. It's her fault. Well, it might be her fault, because I don't know. She might have known that he was in a relationship. It could have been her fault. But of course, I don't know. Which I asked her, like, is it her fault? She was like, I'm not sure. But whatever it was her. It was probably her fault, too. Also, because she was messing around with somebody, a guy who's with my sister. That they were dating, pretty much. And of course, it was his fault because well, he cheated. Like, duh, he cheated. And of course, like, going back to me and my friends, you know, we was kind of like, you know, testing, or well, I was basically testing at the time, you know, if he was a good boyfriend or not. But it turns out that he wasn't. He wasn't a good boyfriend. He betrayed her. He did bad things to her. He wasn't good. So I was testing if he was a good boyfriend or not, but coming to find out from, according to my sister, Nye, he wasn't a good boyfriend. Okay? He wasn't. So she's going over about how he cheated on her and basically she left him and, you know, this, that, and the other. And yeah, he just wasn't a good boyfriend. He wasn't. No matter how many times I checked for him, or tested him to see if he was a good boyfriend or not, or basically like did this. You know how you do this with the binoculars and try to act like to see if your boyfriend is a really good boyfriend or not? But yet again, it's like, okay, but like, you know what? Maybe we got on the wrong foot. Maybe I'll try to be cool with you. But I still want to try to test you to see if you're a good boyfriend to my sister or not. But yet again, like I said, he wasn't a good boyfriend. He wasn't. He wasn't. So, you know what my sister did? She dumped her ass. And I'm like, good for you. I'm proud of you. Good for you. You don't need guys like that, okay? You don't need guys like that. No. You know what? He is not even a guy, okay? You don't need dogs like that, okay? You don't need dogs that, want to say that, oh, I love you. I'll never do anything bad for you. I want to date you. I want to marry you. I want to do this. The next thing you know, they go into some other girl who's probably a stripper, prostitute, or, well, porn star, and probably might have STDs. And, next thing you know, turns out that he's not a good boyfriend, and, yeah. And she was like, yep, you guys told me not to do it, but I didn't listen. I didn't listen. And we're just like, no, duh, of course we tried to tell you. We was like, no, duh, of course we tried to tell you. But I'm like, hey, well, I mean, at least you dumped. I'm like, hey, well, at least you dumped him, so I'm proud of you. Give her a high five, and yeah. So then, basically, I told her that, look, how about you just stick to being single? And then I think she told me that she had another boyfriend, I believe, where I guess it was like, I didn't like him at first for some reason. I don't know. She said she had another boyfriend that I don't even remember, by the way. He's literally so irrelevant I don't even remember him. But I guess I was mad with him because I didn't trust him. I don't know. I just had this thing where it's like, when it comes to my sister dating these guys, I just didn't trust them. But yet again, it's like, I didn't want to jump into conclusions, and I wanted to be cool with him. Because, mind you, I'm an Aries, my mom was a Scorpio, and my sister is a Cancer, okay? Now, my mom definitely has trust issues, okay? She definitely does. So she can definitely suspect if the boy is either good or not good for my sister to date, basically. And of course she was like, yeah, no duh, of course I tried to tell you she was no good. That he was no good. Basically. I don't know why I said she. That's weird. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the whole entire episode and story, Oh yeah, and also then, after all of that, I just told her, hey, look, how about you just stick to being single, okay? Because all these guys that you dated and that cheated on you, they're no good, okay? They're literally no good, all right? They're no good. Which, by the way, I was like 11 going on 12 at the time, so yeah, just wanted to clear that out. But so then she ends up saying that she has a new boyfriend, and we'll call him Terry. Okay, we'll say Terry, right? Because she ended up dating another boyfriend, which we'll say his name is we'll just say his name is TC. Okay, TC. We'll say that. But apparently it's like they decided to just become friends. There was no bad blood between them. They just wanted to be friends. So, that was not really anything. They just wanted to be friends. So that didn't really count. That was just, hey, I don't think this work out. We just should be friends. So that didn't really count. So I'm like, okay. So when she said, oh, I'm dating another boy that I'm gonna try to make this relationship work out. I'm just like, okay, all right then. And my mom was the same way. She was like, I don't trust him, but alright. And then towards the end, I'm just like, okay. Listen, my advice to you is that you should just be single, but I mean, hey, if you want to work, if you're trying to make this work out, then I don't know. Good luck to you. Good for you. I guess good for you. That's all I said. I'm just like, well, good for you. I'm like, you know what? Good for you. Okay, just good for you. And she's like, oh, well, all right. Thank you for being a little supportive. and that, you know, I should try to learn from the last relationships I was in. And basically I told her, hey, don't get heartbroken again. She's like, I'm like, I'll be there if you get heartbroken once again. So, yeah. And then we ended up going to the corner store, and, you know, that was it. And also, I forgot to mention that, that the other guy she was with, Mike, I guess she said that he was considered a jerk towards her. Which I'm not even surprised, because it's like, first, because like he's a cheater and a jerk towards you. No, you need to dump him right now. You need to dump him and his no good like you need to just dump. You need to dump him, his like his prostitute girl that he was with, and the deed that was probably not even good to you. Okay, well, okay, that's too much information, but yeah. But yeah, that wraps up the story. That's what happened. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. And if you had siblings who had boyfriends that were no good and cheated on them, and if you try to test, let me repeat, test to see if they were good boyfriends or not, leave a comment down below. Because, I mean, there's some no good boyfriends or girlfriends out there. I mean, you know. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. And until next time, I don't need your drama because I believe in karma. And you better repeat what I said, because if you don't, do it or else. Okay, listen, Joe T, just end the motherfucking video, alright? I gotta go. Alright, I'm out. Bye. Peace out. See you later. Just bye, okay? Bye.